and do the damage there. So did anyone have any questions at all, guys, about the devils, or?
When you reintroduce them back into the wild, having raised them, I mean, how are they accepted by the wild, sort of wild?
Yeah. The way we do it, if we're to release them back into the wild, is not to put ones like these oldies or even our bigger ones up the top of the park into the wild themselves. They've been in captivity for too long. They know that humans mean food. Even our guys here, if they escape, the first thing they tend to do as soon as they get hungry is go up to the closest human and beg for food, which is like what this girl does, climb up your leg and bite at your trousers and all of that sort of thing. Which is, not such a good trait to have in the wild. Go up to a farmer and do that, you're not going to be liked for very long. No, you can't. Look, stop it. You have to go join the others. What? I'll get you. When we release them, we only ever used to, before the tumour came along, ever keep a maximum of about 8 devils here on site. Look, stop it. That'll teach you. Hey? No, not really. You're quite keen with it, aren't you? Here, come over to where the others are. So that's how we pick them up, guys, if they're not friendly. And she's going to come straight back. She's so annoying. Yeah, so what we do is we actually release the young out each year, and all of the young that we didn't need for breeding, we leave them with their mums. They actually disperse from mum at about 8 months of age. So any that we don't need for breeding, we would leave with the mothers, not have any contact with them other than to throw food over the fence and to get in to do their water bowls. And then when they reach that 8 months of age, simply put those young ones back out into the wild would be the way to repopulate. Are there any other questions at all, guys? They have very, very resilient stomachs, have quite a lot of interesting bacteria and that sort of thing in there that actually digest and process it all up. They have a very good, in saying that their immune systems don't recognise the tumour cells, they do obliterate anything else that gets into the system. So that's why they can eat animals that have died of poisons and that sort of thing as well, and it doesn't affect them whatsoever. Their bodies seem to be very good at processing all of that, and it really doesn't faze them at all. Not a problem with any of that sort of stuff. You may have heard of the 1080 poison that forestry use to kill out basically everything and anything. So a cat or a dog can eat the 1080 poison, it kills them. If a dog eats the cat carcass, it'll kill that. If the cat eats that dog carcass, it'll kill that. Devils can eat the poison straight out, and it won't hurt them whatsoever. So they're very, very strong, tough little guys in that respect. The tumour affects them quite greatly, but
you need when you go to Bali, isn't it?
Yeah. So they're very tough like that. But yeah, it's just the tumour, unfortunately, because it's done its mutation the way it is. It's just particularly nasty. Are there any other questions about that? Yeah.
Can they digest the bone?
Yes. Yep. Yeah, most definitely. If they didn't have any food for a while and they came upon just a pile of bones, they'd quite happily just munch on that, and that'd be their food for the next couple of days. They love the bone. It gives them lots of calcium that they need for their babies as well as for their own bones and that sort of thing. It means that if they bite each other, that their bones are less likely to break because they're reinforced with all the calcium that they're eating. And yeah, no, they really enjoy the calcium. Their teeth are really strong. They need to have obviously quite strong teeth to be able to bite through and break the bone. So the calcium of the bone all helps and sort of a nice cycle for them. Yeah, very strong little creatures in general, except for the tumour.
What age does the tumours first appear?
It doesn't have a specific age at which it'll pop up. It can be on the young ones, it can be on the oldies. It isn't passed from mother to young through milk or anything like that. But if the mother does have the tumour and she bites the little ones, then it can be passed on that way.
So like the one fellow next door too, chances are he won't get it.
Yeah, the chances are he doesn't have it. He's only got a few more days left of his quarantine, so he hasn't got long there at all. We're very, very positive he hasn't got it. He's gone off for many scans to make sure he hasn't got it internally and that sort of thing. But as you can see, he's a big, big, healthy boy. So yeah, he'll go through another round of vet checks in the next couple of weeks, and then he's right to go through. And on warm days like today, they actually fight more over the water bowls than they do anything else. Alrighty guys, well that's pretty much the end of the tour. Hope you've enjoyed yourself. Thanks very much for coming.
Hey, look, I want flight. I want to sit in there eating. Those kids
There's that rump turning
flight.
guys.
Then those kids sitting there eating happily, aren't they, lot?
Alrighty guys, so if you do come up with any questions at all, please feel free to pop up and ask. Other than that, I hope you enjoy your day here at the park and have a bit of fun.
Thanks for that.
Video taking.
They're all fighting now. Wow. Well, what about you have another 10 minutes and then we're going to go anyway?
But it's not so great for these guys.